were talking, I'm thinking, you don't have a clue.
I know you're both a pair of losers. All the Paul family.
And with the death thing, I don't know, I just look at life and I'm just like, man, it's crazy. Like all of this stuff here, believe it or not, is a big distraction. Everything that I chase and everything that I want to own to make me feel relevant on this earth is not so important.
Anthony Joshua has publicly exposed the Paul brothers for their role in his car accident, leaving Tyson Fury completely speechless and shocked. Fury's reaction alone shows the gravity of the situation and the disrespect the Paul family displayed. This is not just a call-out. Anthony Joshua has laid bare the truth, holding Jake Paul and the family accountable for actions that had real consequences. And Tyson Fury's stunned response adds weight to every word Joshua delivered.
They are not your enemies. They are your brothers and sisters under God. We all came from Adam and Eve. In the beginning, everybody on earth. Remember that. Spread love, not hate.
Anthony Joshua's survival from the crash left everyone questioning the severity of his injuries. Even experts like Joe Rogan are stunned, highlighting the risk Joshua faced. This shows that while Jake Paul plays games online, Anthony Joshua endured real danger, and the consequences of the Paul brothers' actions could have been devastating.
What happened to him when he survived, right? Like, did he hit his head? Did he hit his neck? Like, what is he okay? Like, is he 100%? Or is he always going to be a little fuck from that?
Anthony Joshua's accident was life-altering, and the Paul brothers' involvement makes the situation even worse. Eddie Hearn emphasizes that care, protection, and support for Joshua and his family are essential. While Joshua focuses on recovery, Jake Paul and his family have left chaos behind. Their actions caused real harm, not just headlines, and Joshua's ability to endure this crisis highlights his strength, exposing the recklessness and irresponsibility of the Paul family.
It's a case of dealing with the inquiries and the media, and you can imagine how many people are trying to find out.
Anthony Joshua narrowly survived a catastrophic crash that could have been fatal, and the Paul brothers' negligence is central to this danger. Joe Rogan's disbelief underscores how serious the incident was. Anthony Joshua's life was on the line, showing real-world consequences of recklessness. While Jake Paul capitalizes on social media stunts, Anthony Joshua has faced trauma and loss, proving he is the one deserving respect, not the Paul family who triggered a near tragedy.
I mean,
that's bonkers. Thank God he didn't have a seatbelt on. I never say that. Thank God he didn't have a fucking seatbelt on, because if he did,
there's no way.
He would be dead.
There's
Probably,
no
or fucking...
Tyson Fury's shock captures the audacity of Jake Paul trying to evade responsibility. Anthony Joshua's accident left serious consequences, and the Paul brothers' behavior only adds insult to injury. Fury's reaction mirrors the wider boxing world's disbelief at their lack of accountability. Joshua endured trauma and loss, while the Paul family hides behind hype. This moment exposes their cowardice and confirms Joshua's position as the true champion in courage and integrity.
I'm going to dish out a whole lot of pain. I'm going to put this fucking hurt locker for sure.
Tyson, there seems to be an edge about you this week. What's happened? There seems to be an extra menace about you.
I got nothing to say, apart from there's going to be a whole lot of hurt and pain in this fight. You watch. That's all I got to say. Talking's been done. The first fight, I talked, I joked, all my career. This time I'm serious. I'm going to do some damage here on Saturday night. Watch me go to work on this fight.
Thank you, Tyson. Let's get an opening word from the defending champion.
Anthony Joshua finally speaks out on the car crash that changed everything, indirectly calling out the Paul brothers. His words show reflection and strength after facing life-threatening circumstances caused by others. This exposes the irresponsibility behind the accident and contrasts sharply with Jake Paul's careless persona. Joshua's honesty and maturity highlight the difference between true fighters and people who create drama for content. Accountability is clear and unavoidable.
Through life, because at different stages of your life, you're allowed to evolve.
Joe Rogan's shock emphasizes the gravity of Anthony Joshua exposing the Paul brothers. The accident was devastating, taking lives and causing serious injuries. Joshua's courage in naming the responsible parties shines a light on accountability, showing the world who truly endangered him. Jake Paul and his family are revealed as reckless and careless, whereas Joshua's resilience and integrity stand as proof of real championship character, far beyond online hype or fake bravado.
100%. I mean, that was a terrible accident.
It's hard to say that you 100%.
I mean, he rolled like 5, 6, 7 times. Look at that car.
Anthony Joshua's grief and anger exposed the Paul brothers' role in a tragedy that cost the lives of his closest friends. The frustration in his words reflects deep personal loss and the recklessness that caused it. Jake Paul's actions are highlighted as irresponsible and damaging, contrasting with Joshua's emotional honesty and strength. This moment reinforces the truth Joshua revealed, holding the Paul family accountable and proving his courage both inside and outside the ring.
At that stage in my life, just F everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. I've been through a lot. Yeah,
The tragedy surrounding Anthony Joshua's car accident reveals the fragility of life compared to staged rivalries. The Paul brothers' involvement brought chaos that impacted more than just Joshua. It affected families and friends profoundly. This incident exposes the reckless nature of Jake Paul and his family, contrasting sharply with Joshua's responsibility and composure. Real danger and emotional consequences cannot be ignored, and the spotlight on Joshua highlights his strength in the face of devastating loss, showing the difference between genuine champions and those who thrive on drama without accountability.
It's sad, it just makes you realize how valuable life is and how things can change in a heartbeat. So when we talk about fights and we talk about beefs and these things are just nothing when it comes to real life and losing your life. So it was a sad thing to hear, a sad thing to see. God knows how it'll affect those that saw it mentally, emotionally. But you've got to think about these two men who were somebody's child, someone's brother. And that's what you've got to think about, those people that have lost their lives.
Anthony Joshua survived a crash that claimed the lives of two close friends, with the Paul brothers' negligence at the center of this catastrophe. Liam Goff points out the severity of the legal consequences, showing that responsibility is unavoidable. Joshua's focus on recovery contrasts sharply with the Paul family's careless behavior. This incident exposes the dangers of recklessness and highlights the difference between real-life heroism and manufactured bravado, proving that Anthony Joshua's courage and resilience extend far beyond what happens inside the ring.
Of the car in the fatal crash that injured a British boxer charged by police in Nigeria. Anthony Joshua suffered minor injuries in the car crash that killed tragically two of his friends.
Anthony Joshua's actions outside the ring reveal both bravery and tragedy. Surviving a near-fatal crash while losing two friends exposes the consequences of Jake Paul's careless behavior. Sonny Foz highlights the contrast between public spectacle and life-threatening reality. Joshua's decision to return to Nigeria demonstrates courage and loyalty, while the Paul family's recklessness is laid bare. Millions watched online, but true stakes were only understood by those involved, and Joshua's resilience underscores the distinction between a real champion who faces consequences and those who manufacture fights for attention.
2 weeks ago, this guy's in front of the whole world. Netflix, millions of dollars, breaks Jake Paul's jaw in 2 places. Decides to go back to Nigeria, almost dies. 2 of his closest friends pass away in the accident. You never know what days your last.
Oleksandr Usyk's reaction shows zero tolerance for Jake Paul's involvement in Anthony Joshua's accident. The snap is more than emotion, it is a declaration of accountability. Usyk is defending Joshua and exposing the Paul brothers' reckless choices. This confrontation makes clear that actions have consequences, and Joshua's team, including Usyk, will not let the incident fade into publicity stunts. Real champions respond to danger with justice, not theatrics, while Jake Paul's involvement continues to erode his credibility in the eyes of fighters and fans alike.
Bad behavior. It's bad behavior because it's big man.
Anthony Joshua endured a crash that tested every limit of his body, emphasizing the real danger the Paul brothers' negligence caused. Survival required immense strength and resilience, far beyond the ring. Pain Game captures the physical toll on Joshua, showing that champions confront life-threatening situations with courage. Jake Paul's involvement becomes glaringly irresponsible, and Joshua's endurance highlights his unmatched determination. The world saw a fighter in peril, contrasting real-life stakes against manufactured online drama and exposing the Paul family for their recklessness.
Through
such a severe car accident there. Like, all right, he's lucky enough to still be alive, but fuck me, his body must be going through a lot right there. This is not a man who winces in pain easily, right? He gets punched for a living. And obviously, like, you're supposed to take people out of car accidents like that with great care because you don't want to...
John Fury's heartfelt words capture the magnitude of Anthony Joshua's survival and the relief felt by those closest to him. The crash could have ended his life, and the involvement of the Paul brothers only amplifies the seriousness of the situation. Joshua's resilience and ability to come through such a traumatic event highlight his mental and physical strength. Unlike Jake Paul, who thrives on hype and chaos, Anthony Joshua faces real danger and emerges stronger. Fury's emotion underlines the gravity of the accident and shows that real champions endure trials far beyond the ring. Joshua's focus on life, family, and recovery demonstrates courage and integrity. The Paul family's recklessness is laid bare, exposing their inability to recognize consequences, while Joshua proves he is built for challenges that matter.
Bless you, AJ. You're one lucky lad. God bless you, man. I'm glad you're alive again. Shocked me, it has. Terrible. Anyway, good luck, everybody, and try and enjoy the new year as much as you can and be.
Gareth Davis highlights the stark contrast between Anthony Joshua's professionalism and the careless attitude of Jake Paul. While Joshua conducted himself with dignity and took responsibility for his actions and recovery, the Paul brothers remain reckless and focused on publicity. Joshua's near-fatal accident demonstrates that true champions face real danger, not just staged rivalries. The broken jaw incident for Jake Paul shows minor consequences in comparison to the lives lost and the trauma Joshua endured. This commentary exposes the irresponsibility of the Paul family and emphasizes that Anthony Joshua embodies resilience and class. He navigates life-threatening situations with courage and thoughtfulness, while Jake Paul continues to chase attention without understanding the impact of his actions. The difference between hype and reality has never been clearer.
I think some very interesting and germane points you make there in this moment, Raheem. That I think what I've noticed, that obviously there were a kind of panoply of opinions about him fighting Jake Paul to take it back a week and a half. I mean, I was critical of that fight being signed, first of all, because I worried about the dangers for Jake Paul. He got his jaw broken at the end of the day, and kind of used the scars as a flag in his new moon, delusionally optimistic, in his words, as he is about these things. So Anthony Joshua went to America a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, played the role which he needed to play, was very classy.
Gerald Miller's reflection shows the emotional weight of Anthony Joshua's accident and the human impact of Jake Paul's involvement. Seeing Joshua survive such a dangerous crash while losing close friends brings clarity to the difference between manufactured stunts and real-life consequences. Miller's words emphasize the mental strain caused by witnessing real danger and tragedy, something the Paul family often ignores in their pursuit of attention. Anthony Joshua's composure and resilience under these circumstances underline his true strength. The accident highlights the recklessness of Jake Paul and the moral responsibility he and his family failed to uphold. This commentary proves Joshua is a champion not just in the ring, but in handling life's toughest challenges with courage and integrity. Fans worldwide are reminded of the cost of real danger versus online hype.
Floor him. I'm not wishing this upon anyone, but does not hurt him.
Oh, he's going to hurt him.
If he does not hurt him, I'm going to be forced to believe that this is all scripted. What's your thoughts on that?
He has to flatten him and knock him out. Now, here's the issue for me is when he lands the first right hand and Jake Paul goes down, the next step is the most important, because does he want to carry on? Because him wanting to carry on is what a fighter's spirit would do and what he should do. But here's where it gets a little bit different. He's not a real proper fighter. I know he's going in against Anthony Joshua and he's fought.
The story of Anthony Joshua's survival from a near-fatal car accident is more than headlines or online drama. It is a testament to courage, resilience, and accountability. The Paul brothers' involvement in the crash has been fully exposed, showing the recklessness and irresponsibility behind actions that endangered lives and took two of Joshua's closest friends. While Jake Paul thrives on hype and social media theatrics, Anthony Joshua faced real danger and emerged stronger, demonstrating the true qualities of of a champion both inside and outside the ring. With Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury, and other boxing legends backing him, Anthony Joshua's message is clear. Actions have consequences, and loyalty and integrity define true fighters. The world now waits to see justice in the form of accountability and perhaps a showdown that separates real fighters from fake personalities. Fans cannot just watch passively. This is a moment to engage, voice opinions, and join the debate. Share your thoughts below on who truly represents strength, courage, and respect in boxing, because Anthony Joshua has shown the world what real champions are made of.